and welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, at Drayton Park Golf Club. Today I'm in my swing studio and I just want to do a really short video that may help you if you struggle with tension in your golf swing and really affecting that first move away from the golf ball. I often get asked, how do I take the golf club away? And I have done some previous videos on this, really talking about the technique, but I've just got a simple drill that may well work for you to take that club away a little bit easier, really trying to dominate it with the body rather than the hands and arms. So what I'm going to do and show you is just a simple drill of trying to hover the driver before we start the swing. You'll see a number of tour players do that, and there's even a couple like a Matt Kuchar that actually does it all the way through his bag, so he does it with his irons as well. What he feels it gives him is a smoother takeaway position where it's more body dominated rather than hands and arms. So really just quickly to review what we're trying to get in that first move away from the golf ball is we're trying to connect what our hands and arms are doing to what our body is doing. So our body, our chest is starting to rotate away from the target, our chest is. So in quarter of a swing we should have made quarter of a shoulder turn. So we're looking for around 90 degrees at the top of the backswing. So we could break that into quarters. So we're looking for quarter of a shoulder turn. We're wanting the hands to start to move inwards because they're moving on this arc. So they're starting to move inwards and the club is outside my hands. Now, one of the biggest faults I see in that first move is the hands and arms starting to separate away from the body, working independently. If you struggle with your tempo in that takeaway position, so you feel like it's a snatching movement with the hands and arms, this exercise of hovering the golf club should really help you get the tension out of those arms and start to feel that first movement being more body dominated rather than, as I said, a snatching movement with the hands and arms. So I'm going to go ahead and try and hit a couple. You're going to be able to see the ball flight come up fully on the screen as well. So I'm going to go through my rehearsal movement. So for me, I always try and feel I'm hitting a little bit more up and right on the ball, as a fault of mine is sort of more down and left. So I'm just going to keep it the same as I'd normally do. And after my setup position, I'm just going to try and hover the golf club just so it's elevated slightly above the ground level before swinging. That felt a really solid strike. It was a slight cut, so it'll have lost me a few yards. Started just right of target and moved a little bit further to the right, but not bad. We'll look at that one in a second, so let me try one more and we'll look at the two shots together. So again, I'd go through my normal routine. But the only change I'm trying to make is hovering that club so I can take that club a little more connected with my body. I'll show you a slow-mo of this in the video as well. Pretty happy with that one. So that one just drew, started just right to target and turned over, so a little bit more yardage than the last one. As I said, you'll see the slow-mo in this one also. Let me look quickly at those figures. So second shot carried a little bit further than the first one, just with a slightly more right to left movement. So very similar launch angles. The second drive had less backspin. It was probably a little bit higher out of the toe. We'll look at that. Some more run on landing, but really happy with both. I was hitting up on the golf ball by 3 degrees. My swing path was around 1 degree in to out, and my club face compared to target on the first one was a little open, hence it going right. On the second one, very, very minimal. This was the first shot, so it did feel out the centre. Happy with all the numbers, just the club face a little open. And the second shot, very, very similar, in fact, just a slightly better club face position. But it really helped me feel very connected in that first move, very much like it was my body starting to dominate the takeaway rather than my hands and arms, and that first initial move away from the golf ball felt very smooth. So if it's an area you struggle with, that tension in your forearms, the hands and arms snatching the club away in the takeaway, try hovering it, see how you get on. Do post some comments and questions below. I'd like to see if that did help you, if it is an area you struggle with. All our social media info and website address is coming along the bottom of the screen now. So if you don't already, please follow us on there, check those out. Plenty of content coming this year in 2017. Some exciting times ahead. Cheers guys, we'll see you soon.